that do not mean that God will not send something into your life that will be 10 times better. So you are allowed to be happy, and just because you went through something in your past, that do not determine your future. Hey guys, so I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. I have a quick word for you guys today. God is about to send a new love into your life, and know that this message is going to resonate with somebody, but God is about to send something new into your life. Listen, we all pray for things, and sometimes we truly don't understand that the smallest things that God sent into our life can be answering the exact prayer that we prayed about. But sometimes we don't fall through, and sometimes it don't look like what we prayed for, so we ignore it. Listen, sometimes God can answer your exact prayer with people, places, things, but we never really fall through because it don't look like what we prayed for, right? Sometimes we have to ignore our current reality so that we can receive the blessing that God has for us. So we may look at our current situation and be like, oh no, this cannot be what I asked for, or no, this is not the blessing that I have asked for. Listen, you have to open yourself up and understand that God answered prayers, and sometimes those prayers may not look like what you expect them to look like. It may not look like God saying yes to the exact thing that you prayed about. Sometimes it may just look like God sending something into your life, you opening yourself up to that, and then boom, you realize, wow, God answered a prayer that I have actually been praying about for years. Sometimes we have to just open ourselves up, okay? This new love, listen, it is time to open yourself up to what God could be doing in your life. This new love may not look like something that's going to fulfill you in the beginning, but God is doing something in your life. And baby, when I tell you, only if you can see everything that God is doing for you behind the scenes, you will be shocked, okay? This new love, it's going to come and it's going to fill a void, something that you have been yearning for. This new love can come in your life as a friendship, someone that's just going to listen, someone that's going to be there for you, someone that's literally going to be that friend that you have been looking for so long, someone that's really willing to come in and help you pick up the pieces and not judge you. This can come as a hobby. This new hobby can come in the form of anything, but something that's going to relax you, something that's going to fill a void, something that's going to make you feel so free, something that's going to make you feel so new. Open yourself up to what God can be doing in your life, because this can be a beautiful thing. This new hobby can change everything for you. So this new hobby can bring out a new you. So open yourself up. If God is asking you to do something new, baby, go for it. Go for it, because it can really open you up, okay? It can come in a form of a relationship, something that you haven't had in a long time, but something that's real, and you're gonna know if it's real, because love is gonna be something that you cannot deny. So if it come in a form of a relationship, trust and believe is something that you're gonna know from the start. You're gonna know if this person is somebody that God is sending into your life, because you're going to get butterflies, you're going to get bubble guts. You're going to know that this is the person that God is sending into my life, okay? And this new relationship, this is not going to be somebody that's coming to barge into your life and make it worse. No, this is gonna be a person that's coming into your life, and they're gonna meet you where you at. They're gonna know how to love. They're gonna know how to do the proper things. They're gonna know the exact things that you are looking for, because this is gonna be somebody that God sent into your life, somebody that God sent to love and do you right, somebody that's God sent, okay? Somebody that just knows. So you're gonna know and understand that everything that God is doing in your life is for your own good. God is not gonna send bad things into your life, okay? Listen, Just because the last time something did not work in your life, that do not mean this time your situation will be the same. This time the love that God is sending into your life, it will be nothing like the last time. So do not try to compare situations. Open yourself up to what God could be doing in your life, because if you try to compare every situation in your life, you're never going to be able to grow. You're never going to be able to heal and grow past the things that hurt you in life. Open up, and it's when God is sending new things into your life, He wants you to be open so that He can answer your prayers. He don't want you to look at every situation like it can be anything compared to the last thing, okay? Or like it could be bad, or it could be negative. No, when God sends things into your life, He's trying to make you smile. He's trying to make you happy. So if this new love so happened to be a relationship, do not look at this situation like your last situation. Try to live in your now. Okay, try to live in your now. Do not compare situations, because you won't ever be happy if you're always comparing your current season to your last season. You won't ever be happy, love. You have to understand that God sent things into our life, and just because something hurt us in the past, that do not mean that you are not able to ever be happy again. That do not mean that God will not send something into your life that will be 10 times better. Listen, you are allowed to be happy, and just because you went through something in your past, that do not determine your future. Okay? You are walking with God now, and the things that God is going to send into your life are going to be beautiful, but you have to learn how to accept the things that God is sending into your life. Because one thing I have learned is happiness comes from within, and God can send, and if you're not so accepting, then you're not going to never be happy. I want you to surrender to the things that He is sending into your life, because sometimes your prayers cannot be answered because you're blocking those prayers by not following through with the things that God sent into your life. When God sends something into your life, you need to learn how to surrender to the exact things. Sometimes we don't understand that the smallest things can be a blessing. Sometimes we don't understand that people, places, and things can be a blessing. The new things that God sent into your life, He wants you to also know how to treat these things. He wants you to also know how to cherish these things, that you then can become the best version of yourself, so that you then can flourish. Sometimes when we pray and God send things into your life, you have to know this had to be nobody but God. Sometimes when you randomly bump into somebody in the store and a small conversation is being triggered and you're smiling, they're smiling, you have to know that this could possibly be a thing. Just using that as an example, but sometimes we have to understand that God sends the smallest things into our life. And at first, these things may not always look like the prayer we pray for, but you have to understand that the more and more you go with the flow, let things flow and move with life, you will see that God is answering my prayers each and every day. Each and every day, He's answering prayers that I have prayed about. Learn how to go with the flow. Learn how to surrender to the things that God is sending into your life. Do not try to control the outcome of certain things, because God is doing something in your life, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. This new love that God is sending into your life is going to bring you some type of peace. So you're going to know. You're going to know, because it's going to bring a different type of peace. It's going to be something that you can just soak into. You're going to be so happy, and you're going to be so fulfilled in a way to where you're going to thank God every single day for the things that He is sending into your life, because this new love is going to be something that you cannot deny. You're going to understand that this is something that only God could have done. He's the only one that heard my prayers, okay? So I'm just here to tell you, the things that God is sending into your life, this new love that God is sending into your life, know that this is something that only God could have done. Know that you're going to know. You're going to know, because it's going to feel like something God did. It's going to feel peaceful. It's going to feel cozy and like home. So whatever God is telling you to do in this moment of your life, go with the flow, because God is trying to answer the exact prayer that you have been praying about for years. Do not think that God is not capable of doing some of the most impossible things in your life, because He is. And I know this, And I know this because he have did so much in my life, things that I did not think was possible, okay? This new love is going to bring you so much happiness. Once again, this can come in the form of anything. You deserve to be happy in this moment of your life. So learn how to accept the things that God is sending into your life. Learn how to accept the blessings that God is sending into your life, big or small. Learn when God is doing something in your life. This new thing, you're going to want to be there, okay? I don't care if it's a friendship, a hobby, a love. You're going to want to be on site for this thing because God is doing something. And you're not going to want to miss it, okay? So do not compare this season to your last season when God is sending things into your life. God hears you, he sees you, and he knows exactly what you need in this moment to make you smile, to give you butterflies, okay? So listen, don't miss this. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my information will be down in the description. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, y'all. If you're somebody that you know is having a hard time with transitioning and moving on to the version of yourself that God have called you to be, please click the link in my bio. I have wrote a book and it can help you. It's called Your Better Version, okay?